We were at a farmer's market. She was having trouble setting up her tent. The rain came on, they got soaked, it was windy. I was like, this is the plot. I literally just put toast in the, I was gonna say microwave, oven? What's the word? Toaster. I literally just put toast in the toaster. And I guarantee you when it's gonna pop up, it's gonna scare the bejesus out of me. I am about over a quarter, nearly halfway through the pumpkin spice cafe. They kissed. They finally kissed. So last night when I was in bed, I thought, you know what? I was wide awake. My sleeping schedule's a bit all over the place at the moment. So I thought I'm gonna do a little spot of reading, you know, just since I'm so awake. And I think I might have read 3 or 4 chapters. I read from page 120 to 150. So, you know, that's not bad. They finally kissed. I was like screaming, crying, throwing up. Thank God it's about goddamn time, because I knew it would scare me. I knew it would freaking scare me. At least I'm up before midday today. That's something. I've been really lazy the past few days because I've been off work, and then Monday I wasn't in until 4. So I was like just lazy days all around. So yesterday I had I said all the things that I said that I was gonna do, and in the end I ended up just kind of tidying and rearranging the house again. I'm really in like I suppose it's not, I'll call it like an autumn cleaning rather than spring cleaning, but like an autumn cleaning, a winter cleaning. I just want to give the house a good once over for like just before Christmas, because I feel like I kind of got the house how I wanted it, how I liked it. Obviously I've been moved in for over a year now, and I had things how I liked them, and then I feel like things just kind of, I don't know, like we're talking about moving some furniture around in my room. I would do it myself, but some of the stuff is really heavy, so I do need to wait for my dad, unfortunately. As an independent girly, having to wait for someone else to come is so infuriating, because I'm looking at all my stuff and I'm like, I just want to move it now. Like, I get these thoughts into my head and I'm very like, let's just do it now. I'm just in the mood to really get the house spruced up, you know, before all the Christmas decorations go up. I'm kind of clearing space for like my Christmas tree and things like that, so I'm just wanting to give everything a bit of like a little once over and like move things around, see how I like things, like where I want stuff. So I was doing a bit of that yesterday and just tidying up. And then last night I was just gaming a little bit. I am an avid World of Warcraft player. I'm like on and off. I've been on and off for years, probably ever since I first got introduced to the game. But I never really count like my first years on it, because like I had no idea what I was doing. I had absolutely not got a Scooby-Doo what I was doing. Whereas in the last like 5 years, I'd say I've become a lot better at like understanding it and like end game content and all that jazz, like all that fun stuff. So like it's only really now that I feel like I'm at a level where I'm like, you know, I know what I'm doing. So I was playing a bit of that yesterday, like last night. And then yeah, so I started reading a bit in bed. Now that they've kissed and they've decided they're going to have a little like secret romance, like they're not ready for the townsfolk to find out because of him being like burned in the past and having his heart broken very publicly, and then also her because she's like, I'm the new girl and I don't want people to hate me for breaking his heart. So they're gonna have a little like secret rendezvous and a little secret romance, so I'm kind of here for it. I think I kind of mellowed out a little bit. I think just last night I was listening to music, I was reading, I was like, do you know what, like this is actually okay. I'm actually, maybe listening to The Duke and I has kind of softened me a little bit. And I'm just like, do you know what? Let's just embrace it and go. Like, I need to switch off my sort of like resting bitch face, I hate love demeanor, because it's boring, honestly. I want to enjoy the fun. I just want to like enjoy the book and the little romance. And like, yeah, maybe I've decided that maybe like modern romance, it just isn't for me the same way that I maybe love something that's just, and I think maybe what it comes down to is just loving a gentleman. There's my cat, and like the cat is looking at me. Hi buddy, hi. He's just staring at me like, what the fuck? I just love a gentleman. I love like a romantasy lead, probably like a fantasy character. Like I'm here for it. I love all the like pirates and knights and all that, so maybe that's just my genre. However, saying that, I did enjoy it when they had their little moment, their little kiss. Leading up to that, I was a bit like, We were at a farmer's market. She was having trouble setting up her tent. The rain came on, they got soaked, it was windy. I was like, this is the plot. This is the drama. This is why I'm not cut out for these little books. I'm just like, where is, like, I'm expecting, you know what? Oh my God, I'm calling it now. All this talk about Lucy and how much she broke Logan's heart. What if she comes back? What if that's the big, like, dramatic showdown, like, 3/4 of the way through the book? Lucy comes back and says, Logan, do you know what? I've decided that I'm still in love with you. Let's get married. And then Jeannie's like, how could I possibly compete with Lucy? And then Logan's like, I'm torn between two women. Imagine, I'm calling that now. Imagine that happens. I don't know, I just feel like the more I'm thinking about it, there's a lot of talk about this character. And I get it, it's part of his character is that he was dumped by, very publicly, by this woman. And like, he falls really hard for people. And I'm like, oh, yes. I still don't like the fact that they're calling him a grump. Like, she keeps saying the grumpy farmer, and every interaction they have, I wouldn't say he's being grumpy. I wouldn't, some of the times he's kind of just, it's a little bit of humor, it's a bit of like sarcasm, but I wouldn't associate sarcasm with being grumpy. Sarcasm can come from like wit and humor, I guess. I don't know. But either way, the grumpy farmer and Jeannie are now they've had a kiss and they're gonna do more. And I actually low-key can't wait for it. Like, I'm clearly getting into it now. So that's all it took. I just needed for them to kiss. So that was nice. So yeah, so I'm on page 150. I don't actually know how many pages there are. 300 and something. 343. So I have less than 200 pages to go. So that's nice. And yeah, so I'm gonna just have a little chill morning. I might do a bit of reading. I'm really in a writing mood. I'm feeling really inspired. This is what happens whenever I read books. I get really inspired and I'm like, I just want to put pen to paper, or should I say like fingers to keys, and just I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit and write and just be inspired, and yeah, and just read some of the pumpkin spice cafe to just inspire me further along the way. Because I always feel like whenever I read other books, I'm like, if they can do it, so can I. So I may have bought some books. I was buying some stuff on Amazon, and delivery nowadays, you need to spend £35 to get free delivery. But if you spend £10 on books, you get free delivery. So you can best believe the path I went down. Not that I really needed it. I ended up buying 3 books, and then this is just some stuff for my plants. Yeah, that's just unimportant plant stuff. I bought 3 books and I'm excited for all 3 of them. So the first one I got was Catch Your Death, which is another book by Ravena Guron, who was it last month? It wasn't last month. September, I read a book by her called This Book Kills, and it was really good. Probably one of my favorite reads of this year. So I really wanted to read more by her because I really liked her writing style. So I bought this one. I'll read you the summary. Trapped in a mansion with a murderer and a family of liars, how would you survive? When 3 girls are stranded at the Grand Bramble Estate during a snowstorm, they stumble into a murder plot. Someone has poisoned wealthy Emily Van Forte, I don't know, in the middle of a family dinner, which means Davy, Lizzie and Jane are trapped in the house with a killer and a mystery to solve. With knives under floorboards, vanishing guns and secret passageways in the walls, no one is safe and everyone is a suspect. But in a house of liars and corruption, will the girls save themselves or learn to fit in? I love This Book Kills, so I am very, 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 very excited to read this one. Next up, I bought a new book by Lucy Foley. I've been obsessed with her work recently. I read The Hunting Party and The Guest List, and I thought they were both really, really good. So I bought The Midnight Feast. I don't even know anything about it, so me reading back to you is the first thing I'll know about it. As night falls, it's knives out. In the shadow of an ancient wood, guests gather for the opening weekend of the Manor Hotel and a sumptuous summer feast. But as the candles are lit, tension sparks, old animosities reignite. This isn't a celebration but a deadly reunion, and time someone got their just desserts. I already know it's gonna be good. I'm putting it out there. I love the color, and then I love like the inside orange. Very, very pretty. I'm so excited. I loved her other work. And I'm hoping it's going to be the same sort of premise as her other books where someone dies and we don't know who it is until like close to the end. I really, really hope that's how it is. But you never know, she might have switched up her writing style. Then I also bought The Girls Who Disappeared. I don't remember when I first saw this book. It must have been in a shop somewhere because I'd made a note on my Goodreads that I wanted to read it. So I can't remember where I saw it. I don't even know when this book came out, if it was recent or if it was... Okay, first published in 2022. So I just seen it on something. What is this? Why was there a star? Does this mean something? Why was there a star in my book? That is so random. What does it mean? I can't remember where I first saw this book, but I obviously had read the summary and quite liked the sound of it. So I will read the back to you. 3 girls missing. They are never seen again. What happened? 20 years ago, one rainy night, Olivia Rutherford is driving 3 friends home when a figure in the road causes her to swerve and crash. Regaining consciousness, she finds herself alone in the car. Her friends have vanished. Now, journalist Jenna Halliday visits the close-knit community of Staffordbury to persuade Olivia to talk and solve the mystery of the girl's disappearance. But Olivia won't speak. Is Olivia hiding something? Why are the people of Staffordbury so frightening? How many secrets can one small town hide? I just love the idea of it. So maybe November, I've been trying to get into the cozy season with like the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, but maybe actually I should switch it up and embark on mystery season, because 3 mysteries. I'm very excited for all of them. I may even just like abandon. I mean, I want to try and read the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I do. So I might read a bit of it or try and finish it first. But I really would like to embark on all 3 of these immediately. So I still just can't get over the mystery of why there was a star in there. What does it mean? I am 190 pages into this book. I read quite a bit of it last night while I was in bed, and I'm just going to do a little bit of reading now. And we finally are getting a little bit of plot. It's not just the 2 main characters wanting to bang each other. We have got a little bit of sabotage with the cafe. Apparently somebody has been knocking over her trash cans. And also, the night before, she was in bed, she heard a crashing noise. She like looked out her window and I struggled to understand where. I assume she's living in the flat above the cafe, but from her bedroom window, she was able to look out, and it made it seem as if I thought she could see into the cafe, but I realized she was talking about the alleyway. I still don't understand what she was looking out at, but she basically saw a man or a figure with a baseball bat, and they smashed a window. Like, what in the small town drama is this? So somebody is sabotaging her. Her instinct is that it's Mac who owns the pub, because he wanted to buy the cafe so that he could expand the pub. This small town drama, like, is it gonna be Mac? Is it gonna be someone else? I'm thinking maybe it's Lucy, you know? Maybe it's Lucy has come back and she is ready to rumble. Like, she's ready to go. So I'm curious to see what other sabotage is gonna happen. Like, how's it gonna pan out? I'm really curious to see. Okay, so I need a moment. So I'm currently drying my hair while reading. Jeannie's come over to tell Logan about the sabotage that's been happening at the cafe, and also there's been stuff happening. I'm a little bit funny with books when like things are happening off page, So then I'm like, I don't know how much time has passed. I don't know how long Janie's been in town for. I don't like when a book doesn't show, tell, whatever. I really don't mind. Honestly, I'm not too big on the whole, like, show, don't tell, tell, don't show, show, don't tell thing. Like, I think in some ways I'm okay with you telling me stuff. It depends on the situation, I believe. But anywho, I like to be fed the information so that I know how long, like, time is a funny thing in books. I like to know, are we, like, when a character wakes up, is it the very next day? Is it a week later? Is it a month later? Like, what is the time frame? I need to know. So for context, Jeannie has come around to Logan's to tell him about how there's been sabotage happening at the cafe. Obviously, we knew about the window. We witnessed that firsthand. But now other stuff's happened, but she's telling him about it. And her telling him is the first time we're knowing about it. And she's like, I've got a list of suspects. There's Norman, who works in the cafe. There's Crystal, who works in the cafe. And there's Joe, who works in the cafe. It's Norman. It's gonna be Norman. It's been alluded to the fact that there's been something going on between Norman and her Auntie Dot. Auntie Dot had the cafe and left it too. Jeannie and Auntie Dot is now traveling or doing something, I don't really know. We've not met Auntie Dot yet, but apparently there's a rumor that Auntie Dot and Norman were sort of seeing each other, doing each other. I don't know what they were doing to each other. Because Norman has been a bit funny about Jeannie being in the cafe, and it's probably gonna be Norman that's doing the sabotage, because I can't see it being Crystal. It might be. Are we suddenly onto like a mystery here? Like, what is happening? This is not the Pumpkin Spice Cafe that I thought it was gonna be, the cute little spicy novel. This is turning into a mystery. Who's sabotaging the Pumpkin Spice Cafe? Anywho, but she's over here telling Logan they're in his little apartment on his grandparents' farm, and they're like kind of getting it on. They're kissing. They're just kissing and feeling each other up. Like, there's nothing else going on. And then obviously, like, there's a knock on the door. They've been interrupted again. This is like the third time they've been getting it on or getting close to getting it on, and something's happened to interrupt them. Never in my life did I ever think I would be annoyed at two characters not getting together and me not getting the spice. I have said this so many times that I am not a spicy girl. I'm not a spice lover. I am and I'm not. It all comes down to me not really liking romance all that much. Tell me why I'm rooting for the spice and I'm waiting for it, and I want it. Like, what is happening to me? But this is them that have been interrupted again, and he like jerks away from her, and she's doing her whole like, his blue eyes were wide with guilt or fear or something else entirely. Something like regret. He jumped away from her, like he might catch fire if he touched her. He dropped his hands from her body, like he couldn't bear the thought of anyone knowing what they'd been up to these past few weeks. And I was like, these past few weeks? Oh, and what do you mean what they've been up to? Because as far as I know, they've never even slept together. They've got this whole secret relationship going on, which obviously we've encountered 2 kisses? Maybe 3. There was the day when her market stall fell apart and it was pouring with rain, and they ended up back in her flat and they were having a make-out session, but then the power went out, so she was like, oh, I need to go help Norman in the cafe. So that was interrupted. Then there was the other night where they went to a town hall meeting, and then trivia night. It was trivia night at the pub. And then when they left, wait, I've just realized they went to trivia night at the pub. And when it was over, he gave her a lift home in his car. But the pub has to be close to the cafe, basically next to it, because the owner of the pub, Mac, wanted to take over the pub to expand his business. So surely that means it's attached. It's either on the left or the right or the back. So, and she lives in the flat above the cafe. So why did he need to drive her? I do remember they did say that, like, it was kind of pointless, like, and it was such a short drive. But surely that's not a drive at all. Surely that's exiting one building into another. Unless maybe it's over the back. That's the only way I can think of. Then why would the pub not be in the main street? I don't know. We're not getting into it right now. But anyway, so they had this night in the car where, like, she basically got in his lap and they were making out, and then she accidentally honked the horn with her ass, and they realized, oh my god, no, what are we doing? Like, people are gonna see us. And like, yeah, you're literally in public. Like, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe is on the main street. Maybe her housing, maybe her accommodation, like, access is round the back. I don't know. I don't really know. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, I didn't realise how much time has been passing in this book. I thought she's only been here for a couple of weeks. But apparently their little secret fling has been going on for a few weeks. Like, the past few weeks. And I'm like, but you've not done anything. This is the first time she's been to his house. He comes to the cafe most days, and they're kind of just like, we're having a secret relationship. There's not even a relationship at this point. Like, all I'm saying is, right, I'm fine. I was fine with the pacing of this. I've been absolutely fine. I've been Gucci. I've just been excited. Like, I'm just ready for them to get jiggy. I'm ready for it to get spicy. Where is the smut? Where is the spice in the Pumpkin Spice Cafe? But now you're trying to tell me that it's been a few weeks, and I'm just like, what have they been doing all this time? Like, from the chapters and the perspectives I've been getting, they've not really been doing anything. They've been chit-chatting. He's been coming in every single day to get a pumpkin spice latte, and they've kissed twice. Surely it was quite hot and heavy. Like, it wasn't just a peck. It was a full-on make-out session. Like, it was about to lead somewhere else until they got interrupted. Like, he couldn't bear the thought of anyone knowing what they'd been up to these past few weeks. And suddenly this secret relationship was less fun. It's not even a relationship at this point. Like, I think, see if they'd already slept together at this point, and they'd done it a couple of times, I'd be like, yup, secret relationship. Like, they've not done anything. And I hate when things happen, like, off page. Like, this is a short enough book as it is. And I can quite happily not read chapters about trivia night and her joining the book club where they're reading all these, like, really smutty novels. I'm like, I'm good. You know, I would much rather than we focus on the time spent together, like, building the development between these two characters, because I'm gonna need to start writing all this shit down, because I think I'm gonna do a review at this point. This is the turning point for me that's made me, until now, I was a little bit annoyed by the characters, but until now, I have not been this annoyed. Like, now I'm annoyed, because I'm like, what do you mean it's been a few weeks? Nothing has happened. Do you know? Like, stop wasting time on the other parts of the plot that don't really, like, matter at all, and sort of establish to me that these are characters that actually do like each other and they're spending time with each other. Because don't tell me they're in a secret relationship, but then you've not showed me anything at all that they've done together. Like, I'm not even, at this point, I'm not even joking. Like, I don't even need them to, like, get it on and get spicy. I even just mean, like, literally just hanging out. They did one stakeout where he left after about 10 minutes because they realized the ghost was a cat. Oh, Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I'm about to make notes. This hasn't happened since bloody Let's Split Up. And even then I made shitty notes on it. Yep, Let's Split Up. Oh, my one thing for normal people was that there was no quotation speak marks. And I love my one note. The ending sucked. Okay, what page am I on? Let me just, you know what? I'm gonna write a letter. Page 208. This bitch is the nasty. I forget how the quote goes. Do not trust her. I never thought I would be saying this, but I'm craving the spice. If I'm gonna pick up a book that's called The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I expect the spice, and I expect it to be off the scale. Because what do you mean you put spice in the title and you haven't committed? I feel like, actually, now that I think about it, I'm so sure I saw a TikTok one day that was, like, recommending spicy books, and I was like, oh, here we go. Not really for me. And it was rating, like, how much spice was in each book, and I'm sure there actually wasn't all that much spice in the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. But I also feel like spice is in the eye of the beholder. Spice is as a concept, as a desire, as a preference, as a like, as a dislike. You're gonna find people that could read the most absolutely graphic, heinous, smuttiest, spiciest, pornographic novel and be like, tame. Tame. Like, what would that, nothing, no. And then you'll get ones like me that's like, you pushed her up against a wall. Oh, I can't cope. I really can't. I'm just forever searching for problems that are gonna arise in this book because, like I said, there's not much plot. So Owen Owen? Who's Owen? Logan has decided that, you know what, after a chat with one of his boys, he's gonna, I don't know, go public, I guess. By the time Logan moved, he'd come to only one conclusion. He had no idea what the hell he was doing, but he was pretty sure Jeannie was worth it. And I'm like, okay, all this for a woman you're not even dating. Like, they keep using the term relationship, like secret relationship, and I'm like, but what relationship though? Anywho, then we move to Jeannie's chapters, and she is leafing through the papers that Barb Saunders, a licensed realtor, had dropped off in person this morning. It was a list of comps for what other buildings in the area had sold for recently. Jeannie had thanked her and served her a large hazelnut latte with soy milk while insisting she really wasn't interested in selling. Barb's like this realtor that is obsessed with wanting her to, she wanted like Aunt Dot to sell, and now she's trying to get Jeannie to sell. You know damn well, I'm calling it now, you know damn well Logan is gonna find these, and he's gonna think she's selling, and she's gonna like this. That's gonna be the drama. That's gonna be the next drama. He's gonna find these, or a friend's gonna find them and tell him. But someone's gonna find them. It's gonna be him probably, and he's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I chased her away just like Lucy. She's leaving. She's gonna sell the cafe. You can't sell the pumpkin spice cafe, Jeannie." And Jeannie gonna be like, "Boy, calm down. Like, I'm not selling. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it right now." Right, so I'm on page 273, about to start chapter 27. So in chapter 26, I got my spice. It happened. They finally took their relationship to the next level, and I actually enjoyed it. Like, I didn't actually hate it. It wasn't, I think my problem is I've watched too many videos, or I've seen too many like reviews where people have talked about spice, and it's just so like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's too much. It's like chapters and chapters of like, it's all just too much, and I'm like, can we just like take it down a notch? This was actually pretty okay. I've not even read the next chapter. Like, I've not read it, but I just did a little quick flick through, and it is exactly as I said. He has discovered the letters or the pamphlets from the realtor, and he assumes that she's planning on selling. And it's led to an argument. She's stormed into her room and slammed the door. He's left. Like I say, I've not even read it properly. I literally just flicked through it there because I was like, it's gonna happen, and it did. And I'm just like, here we go with the miscommunication trope. Like, she said to him, like, he's like, "I don't know, you're planning on selling." She was like, "I'm not." And he's like, "Well, maybe you should." And it's like, grow up. Logan, in the nicest way, grow up. Like, I'm gonna do a review on this book. I need to. I didn't think that I would, but I'm gonna do a review on this book because I have a lot of points I want to make. And I'm just, here we go with like the miscommunication. I hate miscommunication. I hate it. It's something that I feel like you will rarely ever find in anything that I've ever written, because I can't stand it. I hate it so much. Like, have a proper sit down conversation first and act like adults. But anywho, so I am well over halfway. There's not much to go now, I would say. Like, I think it's 339 pages. Oh, there's an epilogue. Wait. 343 pages. And I'm on 273. So, I basically have about 70 pages to go. So, I reckon I can get this finished tomorrow. So, that's good. This book and me are not going to be friends. I know they're going to get together in the end. Like, they're going to get together in the end. That's the story. That's how it's going to end. Of course it is. But, you know what, I'll deal with this miscommunication trope. And the worst thing is, now I know that it's going to happen. I mean, I already guessed before, but now that I know for certain, now I'm going to actually have to sit and read it. But I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end my reading tonight with the spice and enjoy that. And I'm gonna go to bed now and I'm gonna go to sleep on a high note. And then tomorrow I get to read the miscommunication and the misunderstanding and the fallout and him being a little brat. And his friends are going to turn on her and they're going to be like, we knew you would hurt him. And oh my God, I can't be bothered. And who's terrorizing her cafe? It has to be Norman. I'm convinced it's Norman. It has to be. But anyhow. Who'd have thought though that I actually low-key enjoy this a wee bit? Like the first quarter, not so much. But now I'm enjoying it. I actually enjoyed the spicy scene. I was here first, you know. I have just filmed for over an hour talking about the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, so I'm hoping to get that review edited and uploaded at some point soon. I don't know, maybe I'll try tonight. I find reviews are pretty easy to edit because it is technically just like a flow of, even the ones that are an hour long, it just means I have to sit and filter out what, if I've rambled too much or if I've backtracked or changed things or whatever, make sure everything flows nicely. So, but I finished it this morning. I have decided to rate the book 4 stars. It's actually pretty good in the end up, and I think I want to read more about it. So that's another book under my belt for November and another book towards my reading goal for the year. So whew, I've done it. I've read the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and I actually enjoyed it and I'm giving it 4 stars. What the hell? Good morning. Holy moly. Look. Oh, bye, Pakiku. Bye-bye, my boy. Bye-bye. Scritchy scritches. I'd moved the cat tray in here to clean it because he just likes to get it in a mess. And I left it, it was easier to clean in the kitchen, and I left it in front of the radiator to dry out. And now he's upset. Like, he never sits on it as much as he's been sitting on it now. Like, it normally stays in the living room, and he will go on it the odd time, but this is the most. I think he must like the height. Maybe it's because you can sort of see out the window. I don't know. But maybe you just like being tall. So now I'm kind of tempted to keep it here for him, because I've never seen him sit. You spin me. Sorry, I won't do that. This is the most I've ever seen him sit on it. So, why do I kind of want to keep it here for you? You seem to like it here. Oh, yeah, you do. Anyway, I need to go to work. Look at you, all comfy. Hmm?